Hey, I'm Andy from Kings of the Fourth. We're setting up at Paradiso in Amsterdam for our first show here ever. And what else do you want to know?
We're doing soul music, but I don't necessarily sing soul, really, on top of it. I sing soul where it would have went further, and it makes a weird combination. So we started out as a retro soul group, but our fan base is outside of that. So to get ready for the next fan base or whatever is a whole nother approach, a different way, maybe a little more twist to the soul or whatever, So I can't see what's in the future, but I know it won't be boring. We actually was kind of in a basement with some recording equipment. They said, "Oh man, that sounds nice for the basement." We were like. Then we went to National Recording. We did Shadow at Danny Z. We did that Shadow record somewhere else, but we ended up back in the basement. Then we got a bigger room, better equipment, and just pounded it out.
But why did you go back to the basement if you have a recording studio?
Money. We could afford it. It's like. The basement, man, it's bad. It's like, he was by the washing machine. It's a washing machine, and he's recording crew was by a washing machine. Believe it or not, it's a washing machine. Then you go around a little room here. We had all the mics stacked in there, and then David Kuzma is a school teacher, so in his. His art room with the pencils and the boxing gloves for kids and, the toys and all that, that's where the singing room was. So it was kind of jacked up place, it was kind of like, but in a strange way, it had nice acoustics for a basement. I don't know, that was just a blessing. Really, it just was totally not set up for recording. So we somehow pulled it off.
Yeah, it's pretty loud. Is it too loud? You want to sing a little bit more? Sing a little bit more.
Milwaukee is in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. It's like about 100 miles north of Chicago. Right next to Lake Michigan. Some people, there are musicians there that play with little everybody in the world. Jill Scott, Mary J. Blige. Nobody knows about it, but there's a lot of touring musicians come out of Milwaukee. They have a school of arts there for musicians and stuff. And they end up doing some big things. Of course, Al Jarreau is from there. Eric Benet. That's what comes to my mind right away.
I used to be easy. It used to be soft. Where did it get me? Only made me hard. After my power, rolling down the mountainside. Let's get out my way and let me go by. Heart and soul, I've never seen heart and soul. Whoa, whoa, heart and soul, heart and soul.
I started Kings Go Forth kind of out of my record shop, Lotus Land Records, about 3 or 4 years back, you know, and I was playing in a salsa group and doing a lot of DJing, funk and soul DJing, and doing a lot of research on finding old soul artists. And Black Wolf one day just walked into my record store, and we started talking, and he had just really intense knowledge of Milwaukee music scene, the soul music scene in the 70s, and so we were just kind of got to be friends, and we were just friends for like a year or two before we ever decided to do anything musically. But you know, I wanted to do a group that was based off harmony vocals, and he's really good at that. Like that's, I think when I first met him, he was actually across the street working on a studio on a gospel record, arranging vocals and stuff. So we record everything ourselves on reel-to-reel tape recorders, and we just we made our first record one day, the 45, and it got really popular in England and in the continent of Europe, I think, as well. They sold out right away, and people kind of thought we were a real band, and at that point we weren't really a real band, so I had to sort of transform it into a real band, and that's what we've been doing for the last couple of years. So now I think we're getting our legs. Like, we're feeling like a real band more these days. And like, we don't used to see each other on stage. We used to only see each other in basements. So, you know, have a beer, drink in the basement, work on songs. And now it's like, there's just a demand for us to play live. So, you know, we came over here for the first time. We're having a really good time. Holland has been very, very nice. Everybody's been very, very nice. Rotterdam, Nijmegen, and Amsterdam. And I don't know, that's where we are right now. Dutch people might not understand, but in America, it's like Milwaukee is not a big city. It's not really considered. People sometimes, if you're in New York or something like that, and they ask you where you're from, and you say you're from Milwaukee, a lot of times they laugh. So, you know, for us, it was like the outsiders are back. And it also refers to like outsider art and the idea of like just making stuff, and the people who are making stuff in the basement are going to take over from the people who are making stuff in fancy studios and with huge budgets, you know what I mean? So real people music, you know, just regular people, school teachers, you know, regular people with regular jobs, house painters, are going to come together in a basement and make a record that's going to beat your fancy major label record.